The dream morphed into wanting to do animation. Only because I always loved cartoons. I love that thing. But I didn't go to school for this at all. I didn't go to school for art. I never took an art class. Everything I learned on my own after the fact. Because as I said, when I graduated high school and college, we didn't have computers. So, you know, everything was done by hand, and it was a technique. My first book was, I started in Photoshop 1. Okay, just to give you an idea of how far back we go. And I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but by book 3, I decided to teach myself because everything had been a work for hire up until that point. And I went about literally learning. I figure if you're going to tell somebody what to do, you really should know how to do it yourself also. Even if you're not, I don't need to be a pro, but I need to be able to give you some kind of guidance and direct and have you not think that you're the total expert in that. Maybe you know better than me, especially if you're writing the check. Like I said, I didn't go to school, so I was looking for programming, you know, something to teach me. It was kind of clunky in the beginning. If you weren't a real, like, you know, animator at a studio or something, it was interesting. I felt like there were some earlier programs that helped me a little bit, but it's something I always wanted to get in. But it's a funny animation story. So, like I said, Hanna-Barbera had been one of my all-time cartoons as a child. And one day I went back to visit my mother, who lived in New Jersey, and I left some books. I went to visit a friend, a friend's mother who lived in the same building as mine, and I left her some comic books. And little did I know that one of my childhood friends was the personal assistant to Mr. Barbera. So he had gone home, he saw the comic books, he took them back to Hanna-Barbera, and the phone rings one day, and I look down on the caller ID, and it says Hanna-Barbera. And I'm like, I literally had to look twice because there's only one Hanna-Barbera in the world for me. And I thought this maybe has to be a joke. I pick it up, and it's Carlton. Carlton said, "Hey, Bibi, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I went to visit my mom. I took your books. I brought them back." I had no idea he was his assistant. Next thing I know, he hands the phone, and this old man gets on the phone. And he says, "Oh, hi, I'm Mr. Barbera." He says, "I really love your comic books. I wish you much luck and success. And if you want to know anything about animation, come and visit us out here at the studio." And I almost dropped dead. I really did, because for me, that would have been like a bucket wish list of all time was to have, for me, the original animator, you know, come at me. And so I did. It took a few years, but I woke up one day and I realized I hadn't followed through with going to LA to see him. So we decided to make a trip to Hawaii. We stopped in LA, and on the afternoon we were supposed to see him, he literally choked on a chicken bone and had to go to the hospital. True story. And I thought, oh my God, I'm not going to get to see him. So we decided to see him on the way back from Hawaii. And we did. We got to spend the afternoon with him. I met all of the animators, all of the legendary animators, because Hanna-Barbera was part of the Cartoon Network at that point. And what a thrill. Just what. And he did. He passed away about 3 months later. So I got there just in the nick of time.